At the beginning, like the first 2 or 3 years, what were some of the big hurdles? What were some of the big
Oof.
challenges you had to kind of overcome?
I think just oh, t- hmm. The hurdles are so different than what they are now. Now we're dealing with, you're wearing a lot of hats. You're still doing the manufacturing, you're growing the business, you're doing the accounting, you're doing the social media, and there's a big burnout with that. So I would say in the beginning it was, yeah, you hate to talk about the hustle and how you don't want to condone it to anyone, but you do it. And you look back and say, well, you kind of had to go through it to get to where you are, but I hate recommending it because you don't want to see other people get burnt out. I'm not saying I was burnt out, but you're just wearing a lot of hats. So that was a huge hurdle. You're just trying to balance a lot because you're trying to just make money and you're just trying to get this company rolling. So for me, I think it was trying to decide what hat I needed to take off and hand off to somebody else. So from the beginning, I knew that in the food space that was very crowded and in the mustard category that's very, huge players and very traditional, I knew that we had to set ourselves apart. So I knew the marketing hat was something I needed to hand off. So even though I still did a lot of the social media myself, in terms of like design and website, I knew I needed to hand that off to somebody, a company or an agency that knew it and knew how to translate what we were saying. And we worked with the company for a long time. And so that was a big one. And then everything else I kind of managed for a while. And then eventually it was the manufacturing. We brought on more people to help us with that. And so I wasn't always able to be in the manufacturing, but I had a full team that was very, trained and up to speed. So slowly it kind of evolved, and then now we actually outsource most of our manufacturing, which is a huge hat that I've handed off, which
Yeah.
has been huge. And so I think you just make decisions based on your personality type, what's best for you, because the decisions I've made in my business, I'm sure the next company would have made different ones, but that's just based on them and their personality type and what, the part of their life. So I think in the beginning, manufacturing was huge. I knew that we needed to set ourselves apart, so marketing, and then yeah, I think just taking care of yourself, because ultimately you're the best advocate for your business, and when you're not your best self, your business isn't healthy. So I tried to focus on myself and keeping myself active and healthy so that I could represent the business the best I could. But it's hard in the beginning. It's really challenging to get going, and that's why I like to help other businesses that are just getting going, because I see the struggle and the overwhelmingness getting into stores. Like when I first met you, it's very overwhelming and it's scary because you feel like you're a very small fish in a huge ocean, and you really are. But there's a way to still be, have a place, and it's overwhelming.